a little bit late, but this is day 4 of the refeed. And this one has been a little bit different than the others, namely because I'm having trouble sleeping now, and that might have something to do with blood sugar bouncing around. But insomnia has definitely been a symptom. I'm still in gut motility mode, so that's great. I'm passing things. I introduced more difficult things to digest. So like we went from like baby food and applesauce and stuff like that to incorporating shredded chicken and mashed potatoes and light amounts of dairy through the kefir. And at the end of the day, probably around 6, I tried, maybe it was 5, I tried a piece of toast. Nothing on it, just plain toasted bread. It was like whole wheat, which is typically harder to digest, but it's not like normal whole wheat. It's almost like a whole wheat hybrid kind of thing, so it was fine. At least should be. I'm waiting for that to finish digesting before I know for sure how that's going to affect me. But then after that, tortilla should be on the menu again, and I will have to focus on adding things like other vegetables in, like tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. Adding seasonings in again. And on day 5, which is tomorrow, that's when it's comfortable, or the ideal time at least, to start adding in fats again. Which on day 2 we did a little bit of avocado, which was a little bit early for fats, but it was a very natural food. It didn't really hinder the process. So today I upped it to half of an avocado. I tried to incorporate liquid IV, which I didn't have a problem with the sugar-free varieties, but when I tried to incorporate a sugary liquid IV, I put like one packet in an entire gallon, so it should have been okay. But I woke up today and my head was like pounding, and no matter how much of that stuff I drank, I didn't feel more hydrated, and it made the headache worse. And there was a possibility that it wasn't just the headache coming from dehydration, because I was urinating every 5 minutes and it was really clear, so I don't feel like I was dehydrated, but my body felt dehydrated. Like my throat was thirsty, my head was pounding. There was all this stuff happening, so it could have been like flushing sodium, I don't know. But either way, I decided to step off the medication, because at this point, after a full day of like eating every 2 hours and eating carby things every 2 hours, there was no way that I'm still in ketosis. I'm going to wait until morning and do another blood test. But I'm pretty positive I'm out of ketosis, which is great. Plus, adding bread back in today means that like there's no way I'm going back. There's no way my body's going to bounce me back into a ketogenic state as long as I'm intaking like potatoes and bread. It'll be fine. But I figure it's time to step off the nausea medication. I missed my first dose of that today, and I stopped taking the antacid as well. I don't think I need to step on the pickled stuff as much anymore, but I don't see a reason why I should eliminate probiotics. There's no reason why I shouldn't use them. So I'm going to keep on going with yogurt and kefir and see what happens there. And I'm still using broth for a lot of things. Like I'm taking broth and mixing it with the vegetables and stuff like that. And I'm using up all of the stuff that I got for the transitional period. And so far it's been pretty effective. Like about as soon as I'm running out of one particular type of food, I'm on to another kind of food and processing that. Like as soon as I finished up the pureed spinach, I was on to steamed vegetables. And it's been working out like that. When I run out of the steamed vegetables, it's going to be time to move on to like steamed carrots and things that are a little bit tougher to digest. So we're just kind of like ramping things up slowly. But I've still been consistently eating every 2 hours, small meals. And as long as you're eating every 2 hours or so, and it's not always 2 hours. Like if I'm sleeping, I'm not getting up every 2 hours to eat. I'm sleeping for whatever block I can sleep, and then when I get up, we're resuming the process. What was I going to say? But after getting rid of the medication, I'm already feeling a lot better. I don't feel dehydrated the same way. My headache's gone. I'm about to try a sugar-free version of the Liquid IV and see if that helps or hurts. And we'll kind of go from there. But today was kind of a necessary rest day. My body's definitely in recovery mode. It's like taking all of these nutrients and it's filling up everything that's been depleted for the last 30 days. And I feel like once we come out the other side of this, it's going to be like we're going to have to resume that physical activity like yoga and walking around the lake pretty immediately. I'm also going to be, I don't think I could have done this kind of refeed while starting a new job. I think that would have been foolish. So it's really a good thing that I started refeeding when I did for multiple reasons. I went out to check the plants today, and I just got a quick look, but it started raining, so I'm just going to let them get some water. I pushed off my cleaning day. That was supposed to be on Monday. It's now Friday. So I don't know if I'm going to do that like tomorrow or if I'm going to try and make it all the way to Monday again. But either way, it was kind of a necessary break. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to rest while we're in this mode of repair. And when you start refeeding, when you start adding food back in and developing your gut microbiome and all of that, that's when a lot of things in your body reset. Like, it spends that entire month breaking things down and healing things on a cellular level, but then it starts adapting new tissue. It starts growing new cells once you start providing new nutrients. So this is a big transition, and it's kind of exhausting for the body. Even though this is supposed to be the part where you're starting to feel better and get more energy back and everything like that, you have to take it slow. We're almost through the hump of it. And I think if I were to go back and if I were to look at this whole situation again, next time I think I know how I could probably do it better. When the warning signs start, that's when it's time to refeed, not waiting 3 days before you're like, okay, well, maybe we have to. And then by that point, you can't make the changes you need to make. But like I said, I'm not sure I'm ever going to do one this long again. I love fasting. I love doing like a 24, even 48 hours, sometimes 3-day fast every once in a while. My pattern before this was like once a month I would do a fast. And I like that. But I think I'm going to wait before getting back into weightlifting. I'm going to focus on yoga for a little bit and some basic cardio and make sure that my foundation is solid while I focus on getting the rest of the weight loss down. I probably have about 60 pounds to go before I'm where I want to be for body weight exercises. So that's what I'm thinking about. And that's even thinner than I was at my lightest here. But I think if I want to be able to do some of the more unique yoga poses where you're like doing balance exercises, I may have to get myself pretty lean for that and then focus on lean muscle. Calisthenics. I don't know exactly what happens next, but I know I've got ideas. I've got a plan, and we're through the hard part. So that's what I've been thinking about today. Intellectual approach, staying inspired, coming up with a plan, divine guidance, man. We fucking got this. We managed to do it safely somehow, some way. So, if you are being guided to withdraw right now, There's a reason for that.